we are celebrating funeral director, mortician, embalmer appreciation this month, I asked a few of my friends what led you to become a funeral director. So here are some of their answers.
Hi, I'm Monica Torres, and I'm an embalmer from Phoenix, Arizona. I became a funeral director and embalmer because I love being of service to others.
Hi, I'm Ryan Ballard. I'm a funeral director in the United States, in Indiana. The reason I became a funeral director, I left paramedicine after about 13 years as a paramedic, wanted to continue to serve. Funeral service gave me another opportunity to continue to serve the public and to serve people just in a different capacity. Happy National Funeral Director and Mortician Day.
Hi, happy National Funeral Directors Day. My name is Samantha. I'm a funeral director in Madison, Wisconsin, and I became a funeral director because I wanted to change the narrative and conversation around funeral service and traditions in our country. We're all individuals. We all have unique personalities and interests that make us special, and I think it's important to celebrate those in our life as well as after our passing, and that's something I try to do with the families that I serve in my community.
My name is Jolene Anthony. I am a director here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I became a funeral director because I'm passionate about death care and making quality, end-of-life, death and grief care accessible to everyone.
Hi, my name is Bodhi Topham. I am a funeral director in Utah, been licensed here for 20 years, former classmate, mortuary school with Kari. I'm also licensed in the state of Nevada, been licensed there for about 4 years. I became interested in funeral service after touring a funeral home in my hometown.
Hi, my name is LeRoy, and I'm a licensed funeral director in the state of New York. And I became a funeral director because my grandfather's passing greatly influenced me, and I wanted to be able to help other people who went through hard times as well.
My name is Christy Keane. I'm a funeral director and embalmer in Jackson, Tennessee. I've been in funeral service for around 8 years now. My life's journey took me in different directions, but it was from a very young girl, around 12 years old, that I had decided that I wanted to be a funeral director. My dad's mother, my grandmother, had passed away, and I witnessed the brokenness of my dad. It wasn't until we were in the funeral home and being served by those gentlemen that I witnessed their effectiveness and their strength and their stoic behaviors that helped us heal during that time, especially my dad. And it was in those moments that I decided I wanted to be a funeral director. As I mentioned, life took me in different directions, and I feel like those directions helped build a foundation to support my life in funeral service. I have found that being a funeral director is very rewarding for me, but my true passion lies as an embalmer. It's being the middleman between death and the first viewing for a family is most spectacular for me, to watch that healing and those moments where the ugliness of death is removed and a family is able to embrace their loved one as they haven't been able to in quite some time is once again very spectacular to me. I think that it's very important, and what we do as funeral service professionals is instrumental in the healing and the moving forward for families. And I'm very thankful that I'm given the opportunity to be a part of funeral service. And I'm very thankful to my colleagues and friends who are passionate as I am. Thank you for your time, and thank you for the opportunity
And
to
from
share.
my friend Jim Meyer, here is his written submission for this question. My name is Jim Meyer. I'm a funeral director in Michigan. As a child of a small family, no aunts, uncles, or cousins, I had very little exposure to funeral service. While a student at a very small university in rural Kansas, I took a job at the local funeral home, mowing the lawns, washing the cars, scrubbing the toilets, and vacuuming the carpets. In 1976, the firm offered me a full-time position, including living in the funeral home. I accepted, and the rest is history. In the past 45 years, nearly every week has included one night of interrupted or missing sleep, and I still mow, wash, scrub, and vacuum. Kari asked why. I believe that God intended and equipped me for this vocation. My mother had a childhood friend who was the daughter of a funeral director and lived in the neighborhood funeral home. So Mom had great respect for funeral service and might have made some encouraging comments. More importantly, she prayed. Every day I notice someone in a different job that looks interesting. One of my sons is an engineer at a proving grounds of the Caterpillar Corporation and gets to operate all of that great yellow equipment. How fun is that? But greater still is the satisfaction that I have received by answering God's call. I feel God's hand on me, and that satisfaction every time that I am successful removing a remains from a house, and in every artery and vein that I raise, and every family interview, whether finding value in the most obscure and overlooked life, or editing a long list of accomplishments, and every ceremony and every funeral procession, and every committal. And if all of that isn't enough, I am satisfied to fulfill the biblical direction from Genesis chapter 50 to embalm him and place him in a casket.
And my answer, I think, is pretty simple, but maybe not so much. Many people say that becoming a funeral director to them was a calling. And to me, it was more of a process of finding who I was and realizing at the end of the day that I am at most who I am when I am being a funeral director and caring for those who have died and caring for the families. And if we can get paid to do what we love, and if we can do what we love every day, then that is the biggest blessing we can ever have.